The contents of this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as medical advice. If you have a specific health concern or condition, please consult a qualified healthcare professional. For more details, check out herguru.uk/disclaimers. Hello everyone and welcome to Amazing, Brilliant, Gorgeous, Wonderful. Trauma Recovery Redefined from Struggle to Strength. And we're here today for this episode. It's an extra episode to help you to get to know me, Cheryl, just that little bit better and to understand what amazing, brilliant, gorgeous and wonderful is all about. So these questions have come from messages that I've had on Facebook. A few others have come from Instagram, and the rest are questions that I thought it would be useful for me to answer so that you understand me just that little bit better. So without further ado, I think we should just dive straight in.
What is the ABGW podcast and why did we start it?
So ABGW stands for Amazing, Brilliant, Gorgeous, Wonderful. The idea was to create a platform where we could explore recovery strategies for trauma, share insights and personal experiences. And I wanted to create a platform where I wasn't going to shy away from anything. I was going to deal with things head on. But in a way that meant that we could laugh at ourselves and laugh at the situations, because all of this is part of life. We wanted to create a space where people can find support, learn from each other, and feel empowered in their journey towards any kind of healing that they need in their life.
How does our mother-daughter duo contribute to the podcast?
The idea was that because we're at different ages, we'll bring different perspectives and different experiences. And while my expertise is coaching and clinical hypnotherapy, Nyah can provide a fresh, youthful output. Exactly. And together we can create a balance and a relatable dialogue that appeals to a broad audience.
We focus specifically on women dealing with unhappiness in their good life.
For me, it's about acknowledging that it's okay not to be okay, even when everything seems perfect on the outside. You know, many women feel a societal pressure to appear content with their lives, even though they're struggling mentally, internally, and the idea is to address that gap.
What unique strategies do we explore for trauma recovery?
Well, we focus on practical, everyday techniques that our listeners can easily incorporate into their lives. We're not doctors. We're not pretending to be doctors. We would always recommend that people seek professional help just to make sure that everything is okay. But the idea is that we'll delve into things that are unconventional, like creative therapies, like hypnotherapy, mindfulness. One of my favorite things that I've recently been involved in the last few years, stoicism, and how that has helped shift my paradigm on how I've looked at how trauma can be dealt with.
How do we plan to use film references in our podcast?
Well, take Iron Man, for example, one of my favorite films. It's a story of transformation, overcoming personal demons and resilience. And that's all relevant to our theme. It shows that healing is not just about the physical aspect, but it's also about the mental and emotional journey that we all go on.
What are some common misconceptions about trauma and recovery?
For me, one of the major misconceptions is that any kind of recovery is a linear process, when actually it's cylindrical and it's individualized, and that trauma often comes from major events. Yes, but in reality, it results from various experiences, big or small, and it's all about perception. Something major could happen to someone and they are able to deal with it, whereas something happens at work that seems insignificant to someone else, and that causes a traumatic effect.
How can our listeners apply the insights from our podcast to brokerist to their daily lives?
So we want to aim to provide actionable advice, actionable, really big word, whether it's a small daily habit or a new perspective on handling challenges. And one of the things I particularly want to do is encourage self-reflection and the idea of continuous learning as key components of any recovery process.
What's our vision for the future of the ABGW podcast?
So we hope to build a community where listeners feel supported and, more importantly, motivated to embark on any kind of healing journey, and really to continue evolving, bringing new ideas, getting guest speakers and topics that resonate with our listeners. That's why it's really important that, and I ask you again now, to comment, to leave reviews, as well as to subscribe, because we want to provide stuff that is useful to you. So that would be fantastic.
Any final thoughts for our listeners in this introductory episode?
To be honest, I am really excited to be embarking on this journey with you guys. So remember that you're not alone. And through ABGW, that's amazing, brilliant, gorgeous, wonderful, we hope to be part of your support system, because you are amazing, brilliant, gorgeous, and wonderful. Bye for now. Thank you for joining us. I hope you found those answers useful. Your presence here is valued. So stay tuned for more empowering content from amazing, brilliant, gorgeous, wonderful. Remember, your journey to resilience and transformation is a masterpiece in the making. So embrace it with open arms and let your story shine bright. Okay. We'd love it if you would leave us a review, because honestly, we really do appreciate your feedback and your support. And you might want to subscribe while you're here so that you can hear the next episode. Bye for now.